welcome to the Postgame show presented by the Maroon Club, enhancing 23 Division I sports. You're always invited to join the Maroon Club today. Player of the game presented by Coca-Cola, 2008 points. Our player of the game, Michaela Andrews. Here's Sam Cooperman.
Damon Olson, head coach of the Lafayette Leopards, and Lafayette was in a tight one with Loyola, but the Greyhounds pull away. Coach, you guys have the 12-point lead. You see a lot of good things, but ultimately the opponent comes away with the win. How would you summarize this one?
Well, clearly the turnovers versus their pressure was the problem, and that allowed them to get a lot of easy, fast break points. When we were playing defense and making them play against our half-court defense, we were fine, but the live ball turnovers just killed us.
You know, looking ahead, how do you limit some of those live ball turnovers to where you can pull away in situations like that?
We'll have to just keep working on it because some of it's just fundamental basketball, being able to dribble one-on-one, advancing the ball before the doubles come, spacing. It's not one thing, it's several things.
Certainly. All right, well, we're going to turn it over to our player of the game, Michaela Andrews. Coach, appreciate the time. Thank you. All right, Michaela's going to come over here, and you're just talking to Coach. It's a tough one because you have the great accomplishment. You have a terrific game, but ultimately you're a competitor, and it doesn't go your way tonight. What's that range of emotions like for you as a player, accomplishing what you've accomplished, but also knowing the end result wasn't what you wanted tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I'm proud of myself for accomplishing that 1,000 points. I just really have to thank my teammates for that. They're always finding me, getting me open. We shared the ball a lot today. But obviously it doesn't feel as great when we don't come out with the win as well. But, I guess I just got to take the small wins.
Yeah, well, thinking about it in terms of getting that 1,000 points, something you did in high school, doing it with Abby on your team in high school, doing it here with Abby at Lafayette. What's that feeling like to be able to play with someone as long as you and Abby have played together and share that kind of success you both have shared together? Oh,
yeah, it's definitely nostalgic, hitting it in high school and hitting it now. Definitely a goal of mine, and I'm just happy that I got to accomplish that.
Well, Michaela Andrews, the 20th player in Lafayette College history to get 1,000 points. Thanks so much, Michaela. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Have a good night.
All right, John, Gary, back to you.
All right, Sam, thank you very much. And our congratulations go out to Michaela also, as she's had a great career at Lafayette. And as John said, it balanced those points, particularly in her sophomore, junior, and now her senior year. All right, let's take a look at the highlights. We'll look at some of the numbers, and then we'll say goodnight. John?
Gary, there were moments when Lafayette played as well as we've seen them play all year long, and it really had nothing to do with the opponent. It's how they played the game. They got stuff in transition. They ran the floor well. They started making some of their outside shots. Sauda Nachanayagizi right there with a pull-up three. Abby hit a couple. The big surprise for Loyola was how well and how efficiently they shot the ball from downtown, and that was a big difference for them. Lafayette, again, you see them in transition, sharing the basketball well. They had a 14-point lead, Gary, and Abby Antignoli, a big part of that in the first half with three of her three-pointers, and again, she was dynamic. But again, Loyola, they were just so aggressive with the basketball, Gary, running the floor well. And this part of the game, this is one right at the end of the first half. Lafayette had a 9-point lead. That was that three at the buzzer, cut it to 6. It was kind of a harbinger of what was to come. This young lady was just dynamic. When the game was in the balance, she never gave up. She kept trying. That was her first bucket. That was the one that gave her 1,000. And they set it up for her right inside. What can you say about Lexi Tarian? She comes as advertised, another double-double, I think, for her tonight, if I'm not mistaken. She may have missed it by a rebound or two. But Michaela Andrews, our most recent 1,000-point scorer, was just dynamite. Not just scoring the ball, but there you see an interior pass to Kayla Drummond, who had a monster game in her own right. This is Ava Tarian, not Lexi Tarian, and she had a pretty good second half. And look at the ball movement. Loyola just started moving the ball well, Gary. It was really their press that ignited them. This is what they did all night long that they haven't done that well all year long, and that was the difference. Lafayette's game plan was to come in. This was a three late that kind of kept Lafayette on life support, but alive. And then again, that's Ava Therrien again from that mid-range shot. But it was Loyola's press. You heard Coach Damon Olson talk about it, Gary, that really ignited them, gave them momentum. And man, when things are going well, you seem to shoot the ball better. This is a nice inside move by Haley Smith. Again, Lafayette had some moments, but as we heard the coaches talk about, you can't turn the ball over 21 times. It just changed the whole complexion of this game, and Lafayette, who was hunting in that first half, became the hunted in the second half.
Yeah, look at the three-point field goal percentage. They were 5 for 7 from 3, and they were even just as good from 2-point land. In fact, the whole game, as they were 25 for 44, 59%. It all came down to all the turnovers that occurred during that half-court press in the fourth quarter. Lafayette could not cope with it. They turned it over time and time again. And at that point, Lafayette was actually leading in the ball game. They lost the lead and never got it back.
And it wasn't so much that obviously the turnovers hurt. It was the kind of turnovers, Gary. They're in the half-court situation, turnovers that led directly to easy buckets for Loyola, and that's just a momentum killer if it's happening against you, and a momentum builder if it's happening for you.
Salmeron with probably the game of the night. For Loyola, 21 points, a career high for her. Lex Therrien, not quite a double-double, 17 points, 9 rebounds. And Van Otu had 13 points in the game. On the other side, Kayla Drummond just missed a double-double, 10 points, 9 rebounds. Abby was 16, Michaela with 18. Those are the young ladies that led Lafayette in scoring. Lafayette falls to 1-6. They've now lost 6 in a row in the Patriot League. Loyola goes to 3-4. Lafayette will be looking to take on Boston University on Saturday. That's it for us. The final score, Loyola 67, Lafayette 60. For Sam Cooperman, for John Leone, and of course John Sabino and the LSN crew, we thank you so much for watching tonight. For all of us, I'm Gary Laubach. Good night, everybody.